What's up, everybody? Coach Jesse back with another video. Today we're going to be going over UFC Fight Night. It's going to be Israel Adesanya versus Imavov. We just finished up with UFC 311, um, Islam versus Money Moicano. Overall, that was a great card, co-main event, and the main event. Main event was kind of fast, but the whole card was pretty good. But our next event is going to be a fight night. You know what I mean? Israel Adesanya and Imavov. Uh, just going to go over kind of their past fights and kind of give a little breakdown what I think. Um, kind of kind of sad to see Adesanya going out on a fight night card. In my opinion, if he loses this, I think he's gonna retire, because he has such a long ways to go back to for a title fight. You know what I mean? He's had an amazing run, long, defending the belt. He's fought the who's who, and he's very active, very active. You know what I mean? I respect Adesanya. Sometimes it's kind of weird. I think he kind of tries too hard sometimes. You know what I mean? To put things out there, but I like the guy. You know what I mean? When he retires, we're gonna be missing a lot. He's a superstar for sure. He brings eyeballs. You know what I mean, to the UFC, and he does sell. You know, pay per views and stuff, and he can fight. He can fight. Let's just go over the next fight night. He's gonna do the main event. Kind of go over like their past events and their opponents and stuff like that. So it's Israel Adesanya and Nasruddin. Let's go with Nasruddin first. He lost his last. He won his last fight with Arnold Allen. So okay, so let's check out his overall. So his last fight was with Arnold Allen. Um, and he won by decision. He seems to have a lot of decision wins, so he's not a real big finisher. He's a tough guy. Tough guy. Great all around. Striking. He does use takedowns. Great cage control. He controls the distance really well. His striking's not the best, but it's pretty clean. Good takedown defense, and he will shoot if he needs to. So that's, I mean, basically all around fighter. His last fight was Arnold Allen. That was a good fight. That was a good back and forth fight. Arnold Allen was game. That was a decision, and then Cannonier. Cannonier was, I mean, he was up there in the rankings as well. Dude, tough dude. This was a decent fight. It was a back and forth. Cannonier came up short. End up getting TKO'd in this one. That's a finish for Imavov. Imavov. Sorry, I can't pronounce the damn name. Belizzi. Imavov. He won that one by decision. That was a good fight, back and forth. See the Curtis Blades, or Curtis, and his next one with Curtis. Um, that one was a no contest because I believe they had headbutt, and Curtis got a cut like around the eye or something like that, and then he couldn't continue. So yeah, that was a no contest, and that only went the second round. So chalk that one up, no contest. Then he got beat by Strickland, decision. You know what I mean? He couldn't finish Strickland. That was not a bad fight. And then he beat Buckley to a decision. So overall, he has a lot of decisions. Not too many finishes. You know what I mean? So I think he has a good chance on beating Israel Adesanya. Adesanya is not at his peak right now. You know what I mean? But do I think he can finish Adesanya? I don't think so. Anything can happen, but I don't think he'll be able to finish Adesanya. Adesanya 16-6. All right, let's go with Adesanya. Let's check out his wins and his losses. Okay, so Adesanya's last fight was for the title. He lost to DDP Drakus. Um, he got submitted. That was a decent fight. That was a back and forth fight. Drakus just looked a little better than him that night. His fight before that, he fought Strickland. That's when he lost his belt. You know what I mean? Strickland was just a little bit too much, pressuring him. Adesanya couldn't fight on his back feet. You know what I mean? I think Strickland could have finished Adesanya if. I always say this about Strickland. He's not a well-rounded fighter. Like, meaning when I say well-rounded, doesn't use his takedowns. You know what I mean? Doesn't use his feints and stuff like that. I think if Strickland can start implementing those takedowns, or even feinting for them, faking them, getting his opponents to think about something else rather than striking, because they already know he's gonna strike. You know what I mean? He tells you straight up, "Come on, be a man. Come on, let's just strike." You know what I mean? But Adesanya, uh, excuse me, he got dropped in that one. And Strickland was just too much. You know what I mean? Put the pressure on him. That was a good win for Strickland. Bad day for Adesanya. Lost his belt. Fight before that, that was the rematch to Alex Pereira. He won this one in the second round, knocking out Pereira. He set Pereira up. You know what I mean? Set Pereira up. Played you know what I mean? Cried wolf on the fence like he was getting hurt, and just Pereira got too overjealous and too confident, and Adesanya just caught him with that overhand, did him dirty. That's when he threw himself on the floor, taunting Adesanya's son. He's crazy for that one. And then the fight before that, you know what I mean? The first fight between Alex and Adesanya, which Alex ended up knocking him out, TKOing him in the fifth round. Adesanya was winning the whole fight. I believe he was winning all 4 rounds, and Adesanya just dug and dug and ended up catching. Pereira just dug and ended up catching Adesanya. Fifth round. The fight before that, he fought Cannonier. So that's a common, opponent between both of them. You know, what I mean, Cannonier lost to the other guy, and Adesanya beat him as well. So, and that was a decision win. That was a decision win. Last one was Whitaker. Uh, yeah, he won by decision. Was this the rematch? I believe this is a rematch because it's the first time Adesanya knocked out Whitaker. So this was the decision. When let's see, I believe so. Anyway, so Adesanya has a lot more finishes than Nasruddin. Adesanya is 24-4. Nasruddin is 15-4. So, what's your guys' opinion? How do you think this fight's gonna go down? Overall card doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Overall card. Let's just go through some maybe. The Pirate, Sharaf, Michael Benham Page. This one's gonna be a beautiful stand-up fight. These two guys, man. This one I'm looking forward to. After Sharaf got that double back fist knockout, he called out Adesanya, but then he called out Page, and Page is down. So that one should be a good one. Sergey's coming off of a losses, and Rosenstrike. This should be a good stand-up fight. I don't know who to call in this, Shara Michael Page, because I like both of them. Who do you guys got? And Sergey and Rosenstrike. I don't know. I'll take Sergey on that one. But yeah, there's some decent fights. Adesanya is gonna take it, or do you think Homeboy's gonna be able to finish Adesanya, or do you think it's gonna go to decision? Um, think his biggest bet, Nasruddin, to stop Adesanya is for the pressure and the takedown. I don't think his striking is up to par with Adesanya, and even though Adesanya is coming the tail end of his career, you know what I mean, and he's been in a lot of fights because, like I said, he was active and active. Um, I like to see Adesanya win this one, but at the same time, I would like to see um, excuse me, Adesanya take his last loss and head out into the sunset. You know what I mean? But it's a hard fight to call. Um, yeah, I'll go with Nasruddin on this one. Hopefully, his striking gotten better and his pressure. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to pressure Adesanya, cut the cage off, and shoot and get them takedowns. Pressure, 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 cage control, press Adesanya against the fence and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe Adesanya can knock his ass because Adesanya is still a beast. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. What do you think about this card? And who do you think is gonna win? Do you guys want Adesanya to take it, or do you want Adesanya to get his last L and float away? You know what I mean? What's your opinion? Let me know. Coach Jesse.